I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind.
Hello and welcome to a completely impromptu stream. It's less than 24 hours actually. It's very 14 hours or something to the deadline, and it's on my mind now. Do I? Yeah. See you later, Ben. Take care. Cheers for joining. Hit the like button before you leave. Hello to Colin Boogler. Hello to Niraj. Hello to Matthew Eziashi. They'll continue in the chat too. Nuclear Atoms, Gameweek filtering in. Yeah, so Gameweek 37, a game week which is actually before yesterday's game, Newcastle versus Brighton. I was actually resigned to the fact that Steve-O was going to finish ahead of me this season, and with that final miracle of points coming in from Wilson. 8 points of a gap has kind of reignited my appetite to really try to finish above him. I'm aware of his team. I'm aware of what he may look to do. We've got some interesting news coming out today about Marcus Rashford, which has affected a lot of FPL managers. I don't own Marcus Rashford, but I think if you've got him, you've got to keep him and play him. Because even though he was back in training, Ten Hag did say he had an illness. So it's kind of like, does he start? Does he come on for a few minutes? I think if you don't own him, you're going to be hesitant about getting him in ahead of the Bournemouth game. But certainly against Chelsea, you'd like to think that he's going to play against Chelsea, and Chelsea are kind of on the beach, right? They're in no man's land at the moment. So, so really, from my point of view, it's, do I chill and stick with a core group of players and with the differential players that I have over Steve-O, or do I look to maybe bring in a few players? I mean, arguably, it could be players that he might be thinking of bringing in, because he was saying about taking a -4. So it's a really tough one. So if you don't know my team is as follows. So this past week I got 106 points. Thankfully, Wilson came through in the end to get me over the 100-point mark. So it was a very good game week. Over average. Small green arrow up to the top 350,000 roughly where I am in the world. So I'm not doing that great, but the most important thing is, what do I do now? Do I go with the safety, and do I go with, say, the likes of Haaland captain, and not really do much to my team? I've made one transfer, which you can see, which is David De Gea in. David De Gea in for Raya. So there you go. You've got that one for free. So I made that transfer last night, I believe it was, when I did that transfer. So it's I'm going to read some of the chat here. Hello, Dazid. Hello, good evening. Hello, Michael. Rashford is 75% likely to play on the FPL app. Yeah, well, I mean, he might play, but there's a doubt, isn't there? There's a doubt over whether he'll start. I don't own Shaw. I'm thinking of taking a hit for Shaw and De Gea because I want the best lineup possible in Game Week 38. I mean, if you're going to take a hit, it's going to have to be with Game Week 38 in mind, right? You can't just take a hit just because you want to get that the 2 games, because there's a chance that the player you bring in may not play both games, and if they've got a really awful Game Week 38, is it really worth that -4? Hello, I'm Dylan. There is a correlation between Bitcoin price and Steve-O's performance. I mean, if you want to map that out and let us know, please do so. But yeah, like I can see that a few people have got other dilemmas as well with their teams. I just wanted to fire this up to see, like, just to talk through my sort of process of what players that I'm not happy with. See, John Stones for me. So for me, it's Kevin De Bruyne. Well, Trippier. What was the latest on Trippier? Is he just kind of a... What was the actual press conference on Trippier? It's not a serious injury, is it? Did they say anything? Let me quickly just get it up. So let's quickly go through what was said earlier on. So Trippier then. Trippier is described as a concern. Okay, so it's a concern for Trippier, but nothing serious. So there's a good chance that he'll be okay. So, but it is a doubt. It is a doubt. I'm not 100% convinced, but I feel that he probably will play. But the problem that I've got is that I don't think Stones plays action in both games. I don't think De Bruyne plays action in both games. I don't know if I like Matoma. Obviously, I've got Garnacho. So I was thinking of a few things. There was one move that I was thinking earlier on today. Let me just double check it on my phone. There was one move. I want to see what you guys think of this move, because it does involve a hit. It does involve a hit, and you know, it's there is a little bit of a logic to it, but again, it's nice to get what your feedback. So I was thinking of doing the following. I was thinking of transferring out Garnacho, De Bruyne, and was it Isaac? Yeah, Isaac. And I was thinking about bringing in this. I mean, it's proper balls to the wall. This is like if I was gonna be like really attack minded, Fernandes, Martial, and Gundogan. Or what have I got enough for? Have I got enough for Mahrez? Oh, Mahrez or Gundogan? Mahrez or Gundogan? Maybe Mahrez. I mean, that's what I was thinking I could do. I've got money to do that, but it's a -12, and I don't know if I need. I don't think I like. Thing is, taking a -12 takes me back to -20 behind Steve-O again. That's before he does anything. And like, if I did that, I would captain predicted lineup on Fats Football Scout team news for Fulham. All right. Okay. Doesn't really bother me even if it is. Man United versus Fulham. I'm a little bit confused about what Aman Dillon's saying in the chat there. I checked out Man United at home has kept a clean sheet most times. Man United aren't being clinical, but they are being solid defensively. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they look at all you need to do is look at their goal difference to see they're not scoring goals. This is why bringing Anthony Martial into the team is a massive punt, because he's not prolific. He's not scoring lots of goals. I mean, he got a goal the other day, didn't he, against Wolves? But I mean, before that, he's been really off the boil. You know, in the minutes that he's played, he's not done anything. So it's a proper punt. Mahrez may not. I mean, taking De Bruyne out for Mahrez is a sideways move, a lot of people would argue. And, you know, maybe the best move is to not do anything and just go with the team I've got. Don't know if I would bench. I don't think I'd bench Gakpo. I think I'd play Gakpo over Matoma, to be honest. People are going to be saying Garnacho straight away. Play Matoma over Garnacho. But I think Garnacho's got some points in him. I just like the way he plays. Best to go double United defence or attack. I've got Rashford and Shaw. Hello, Fozzie. Is it best to go double United defence or attack? Well, judging by their performances this season, probably defence. I mean, if you've got De Gea and Shaw, and like the ideal combination for me is De Gea, Shaw, Fernandes. Purely because we don't know the status about Rashford. We know that Fernandes is going to play every single game. We know that Shaw's going to play, and we know that De Gea is going to play. So, for me, Anthony is a proper differential, yeah, 100%, yeah. You can't play Gakpo over Matoma, says Dilkington. I don't like the City fixture. I think Matoma's up for minutes, you know. I think Matoma might get rotated. And also that second fixture against City, like that second fixture is going to be, wow. They did. I know they did the number over Arsenal. I know they beat Arsenal, but City are a different bag. But will City be a different team? Will they play a reserve? Like, will they play a B team by then? There's so many sort of like questions and thoughts going through my head right now. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest with you. I really do not know what I'm going to do. It's kind of doing my head in a little bit. Hello, John. I was looking at Martial. Yeah, I was thinking Martial. It's like Martial or Anthony. I mean, how much is Anthony? 7.3. Martial for Isaac. But then I... See, this is the thing. If I do that, I mean, I can't get Bruno Fernandes in. Stones and Stones for sure. Stones for sure. Yeah, I mean, I looked. I mean, short. Steve-O's got short. Like one of the things that I was thinking, if I'm going to take a hit, if I'm going to take a -8 or whatever, or -12. If I want to do it in the sort of hang on 1 second. One second, guys. Why not Jesus in for Gameweek 37? For says to Nuclear Atoms. Right, so Southampton game guaranteed points there. It's a real tough one. Like, it's a real tough one for me. I mean, I wasn't like that bothered, but now it's 8 point difference between us. I feel like we've only got like we've got like 5 differential players. Brighton versus Southampton. Yeah, Southampton is a good fixture, I suppose. But Steve-O's got Matoma. So I know what you're going to say. I shouldn't be focusing purely on Steve-O because Matoma is such a heavily owned player. And he is. He's like, it would be very risky not to have Matoma going into this week because of his ownership. However, I almost feel like my gut is saying just go crazy and do something crazy. And bring in some players that, you know, people aren't necessarily going to bringing in. Like the likes of, I like the Anthony idea. I like the Martial idea. But they've got a high chance of burning you because they've not exactly been prolific. Leave the Isaac slot for maybe Jesus in Gameweek 38. I don't want Jesus. Limit to a -8. You've done well to catch up, Steve. Don't let your hard work go to waste in a week. Well, it's 2 games, isn't it? It's double game week. So I mean, if I get it right, the -4s can cancel out pretty quickly. It's also only 8 points. You can gain that with a differential captain rather than taking points. I think most people are going to be captain in Haaland. Let me know in the chat who you're going to captain. In fact, I'll throw a poll up. In fact, who are you captaining. Let's put Haaland, Bruno, Rashford, other. I don't know who the. Let's see what you guys say. Tough week for many this week regarding transfers, says John. Yeah, it's a tough week. Haaland, I'm pretty sure most people are going to say Haaland. But is Haaland going to play both games? Isaac out for Wilson. If you've got 2 free transfers. I mean, some would say it's a sideways move, but Wilson's playing in that central role. Isaac has been moving out left, so... I mean, if you've got no other issues to deal with in your team, it could be a good move. Haaland is the only player that's going to play both games, says Colm. Really? Not Gundogan? You think Gundogan's going to get rested? You think Edison's going to get rested? If Rashford's ill, he will surely recover in time for the Chelsea fixture. I would imagine so. I don't know, Maestro. Gakpo for Mahrez and Captain Mahrez. You will take penalties if Haaland's not playing or benched. Yeah, the Mahrez... I can't do that anyway. I've got 3 Man City. So I don't know how I can do that. I don't have other issues. That's fine then if you've got no other issues. Newcastle are scoring for fun at the moment. Niraj says I've got Pope, Trippier, Salah and Isaac as single game weekers. Take any out for a City player. I don't know. I don't know. It could easily fall. It could definitely bite you. I mean, Salah could outscore any City asset you decide to bring in. Isaac to Enciso. No. No. I think Rashford will be on the bench for Bournemouth. I wouldn't be surprised, Animations, to be honest. Hey, Rob. How's it going, man? If I was really chasing this week, Luke Shaw could be a decent captaincy shout, says John Harris. Oh, man. So, this is such a... This is so, like, if you don't know what to do, maybe you shouldn't do anything at all. Who am I unhappy with? John Stones, not happy with. So let's just say right here. So people I'm not happy with in my team. Let's mark them off. So it's gonna be John Stones. Not happy with Garnacho, but then I only got him in as a cheapie anyway. De Bruyne, I'm not happy with. Because I suspect he's probably not going to get. Like, this is who I'm not happy with. Like, I'm not happy with Gakpo form reasons. It's looking like a wild card. Like, these are who I'm not happy with. These are who I'm not happy with, but like, I mean, that's a 20-point hit. Like, if I was doing that, Shaw probably get 1 clean sheet. I would imagine he will get some good points. Stones for Shaw should be a transfer, says Animations. Stones to Shaw. De Bruyne to Bruno. This thing is, because I've got the 2 Man United already, because I've got De Gea and Garnacho in already, I can't really risk I can't really bring in. If I bring in Shaw, I can't bring in Bruno, and I almost want to bring in Bruno because I feel like I want to captain Bruno Fernandes. But like, I suspect Steve-O might be thinking this along the same lines. But if I was Steve-O, I would be playing it safe, and I would be captaining Haaland 100%. I would not be captaining Bruno Fernandes. However, I don't know that for sure. Like, if I was in Steve-O's shoes, captaincy should be on. It's up to me really to go Maverick. He doesn't need. I mean, I know 8 points is not much, but he's still got the better team going into this game week. I believe. I predicted that Forest will beat Arsenal. If that happens and City win their first game, the league will be over. Yeah. I think karma that second City game could be, the kids. I like the Alvarez idea, Rob. I really do like the Alvarez idea, but again, I've got 3 Man City now already in my team. If I can't just do an Isaacs Alvarez, I would have to do a -8. On a player that may not play both games. Whereas Bruno Fernandes and Anthony will play both games. They will play both games. Trippier to Shaw makes more sense, surely, says Karma. I mean, not for, I want Fernand. If I want Fernandes in, then I can't do that move. To be fair, Garnacho for you is awesome. I don't know. I think that Garnacho is not going to be playing much. I think you'll get 15 minutes, 20 minutes across the 2 games. Don't do a -16 with only 2 game weeks left, says John. You never know, John. Could pay off. It could. What's that noise? It's a weird noise coming on from my computer. Bruno for KDB, then go for it. It's brilliant that it will go to the final game. Well, it might not. I mean, if I do a -8 or a -12 this week because I decide to go stupidly cavalier, I mean, it could definitely all go wrong. And Steve-O could just fly. He could outscore me and then it's all over. Hey, Clickers. How much do you have if you take Gakpo and Trippier out? Okay, I'll let you know. If I take Gakpo and Trippier out, let me just clear this off the screen. So I've got 0.4 in the bank. Obviously, Gakpo went down last night, didn't he? Unfortunately. Gakpo and Trippier out gives me 13.6 in the bank. So if I was to get Fernandes in, then I would only have 4.1 in the bank. And I can't... And that would be perfect for Lindelof. However, 4.1 in the bank for a defender... I've already been down this road a few times. It's very difficult. I'm 0.3 short of doing Trippier and Foden out for Bruno and Shaw. Oh, that's a shame. De Gea or Martial have to do. I'm very tempted for Martial, but I just don't see or believe him to do great. Well, the thing is, what have we seen from Martial? We've not seen him. He'll score a tapper, but he ain't going to get yourself. He's not going to get a brace. He's not going to get a double-digit haul, is he? He's not going to do that. And he's not a bonus point magnet either. Whereas Bruno Fernandes, on top of his game, is going to bring you in bonus points. He's going to be, in and amongst the penalties, and probably on the end of an assist or 2. But problem is, Man United are not scoring. Thing is, it's almost like I'm saying all this, and it's almost like Man United have been scoring like bags of goals or something. And the truth of the matter is, what have Man United done? What have Man United done that makes me want to take a hit to bring in a triple up. You know, 2 attackers, 1 that. Yeah. Sorry. Why didn't you like the Bruno to Lindelof? I can't do it. I can't do the Bruno. I can't because I've already got Garnacho. I've got 4. I'd have 4 Man United players, wouldn't I? I can't do it. Garnacho blocks me off that move. How's it going, Clickers? How you doing, man? Trips could get a clean sheet against Leicester, yeah. I think Trippier plays, to be honest. It's a right mess, man. It really is. It's a real mess. Would you play Garnacho over Isaac? I look at that team and I think that team is half of that team is going to play limited minutes this game week. I think I'll predict points. Let's predict some points. Let's see. In fact, let's have a little game with everybody here. Let's have a little game. Here we go, guys. Everybody is gonna get involved. Right. Right. Let's do this. Trippier at Leicester. How many points do you think he's gonna get? How many points do you think Trippier's gonna get against Leicester? You got 30 seconds to put in the chat what you think Trippier's gonna get, and we're gonna stick the points that we're gonna do a predictive points for each player under their names, and then we're gonna go for it like that. Amanda says 8. Podcast Short says 9. Com says 5. Maestro says 6. Andrew Ferguson says 2. 6 points Nuclear Atom. 7 points Dazzard. Luke Moore 5. Clickers 2. Minnie Mouse 1. 1 point. Wow. 2, 5. Oh, this is fun. Okay, right. So, looking at that, I think the average points we're saying in the chat, looking at those guesses, is that Trippier's going to get 5 points. Let's say he gets 5 points. 5 points from Trippier. Right. Estepinian, guys. Right, so we're clearing it off now. Estepinian at home to Southampton, at home to Man City. What do you guys think he's going to get over those 2 games? Estepinian at home to Southampton, at home to Man City. He probably will play both games. I'm going to go 2 points to Man City. I'm going to say 8. I'm going to say he gets 8 points. I'm going to say 8 points. We've got 7s in the chat. 7s. Yeah, you know what? He ain't going to get 2 points against City, is he? He's not going to get 2 points. He's going to get 1 point against City. Yeah, 7 points. 7. Jamie T says 7. Falavella says 8. Rob says 7. Dazzard says 7. Clicker says 9. He's putting bonus points, taking bonus points into account. 7, 10, 8, 8. I think the average, looking at that, I think the average is probably going to be 7. Okay, 7 points for Estepinian. Right, this is right. John Stones, Chelsea, Brighton. I personally don't think he plays one of those games. I think he gets between 4 to 6 points. I think John Stones, 6 points. I'm going to go with. Let's just quickly see what you guys say. 2, 3, 6, 2, 2, 6, 6. Wow. Okay. 8. Okay, bringing up the average a little bit there, Rob. 6. Dazzard says. Matthew says 6. Michael Sveden says 2. So we've got a few 2s, 3, and some 6s. I think we'll put it as 4. We'll put it at 4 then. 4 points for Stones. Then we've got De Bruyne. De Bruyne at home to Chelsea. Away at Brighton. So De Bruyne, let's just clear it off. De Bruyne at home to Chelsea, away at Brighton. Again, likely not starting both games. Will feature, you would imagine, over the two. Amanda says 9 points. Seb says 6. Jamie says 6. Colm saying 2. Matthew saying 8. This is fun, guys. I like this. This is fun. 5 points from Andrew. Nuka Atom says 11. Luke says 8. Maestro says 11. Podcast Short says 7. Daz has got 5. Okay. So it looks like the average is around about the 6 to 7 mark. Let's give him because we've got the couple of 11s in there. Let's give him 7 points. So 7 points for De Bruyne. Right, Mohamed Salah home to Aston Villa. Mohamed Salah, if you're joining now, we're predicting what we think each individual player on my team's going to get. So Mohamed Salah home to Aston Villa. Go. What do you think he's going to get? I'm going to go 8 points. Seb's agreeing with me. Jamie T says 12 points. Amanda says 14. Gio says 12. Luke saying 10. Matthew saying 8 as well. Podcast Shorts 11. Andrew Ferguson is on 7. Good evening, Natasha. Com saying 8. Michael Sven saying 8. 10 points Maestro. 10 points Mickey. 10 points Rob. Right, okay, so we're thinking double digits, are we, guys? We're thinking double digits. Well, looking at that, we'll say that Salah gets 9 to 10 points. Looking at what people have put in there, I think the average is probably about 10 points. And then we've got Gakpo, also at home to Aston Villa. What do we think he's going to do this upcoming game week? Let's quickly clear that. So we've got a new one. Oh no, De Gea I've brought in on a free. I've already brought De Gea in on a transfer already, Dazid. So this would be for the outfield players really. So this is Gakpo. FPL Seb saying 1 point. Amanda saying 2 points. Jamie T saying 7. 7. Okay, he's actually going to start putting away some of these chances. Jamie thinks. Matthew saying 3 points. Gio saying 3 points. I think 3 points. 2 points for Gakpo, says Maestro. 2 Ferguson. Andrew Ferguson saying 2 points. Oscar H also. Mickey Mouse saying that also. Michael Svedin 7 points. I'm going to go 3 points. Looking at we've got a few 2s in there. We've got a lot of 2s. We've got a few 3s. We've got a couple of 7s, and a 5. It's almost like the average is 2.5, between 2 and 3 points. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's give him 3 points, shall we? Just the benefit of the doubt that Liverpool get a clean sheet. Right, now, this is an interesting one for me. Chat, Garnacho. Right, let's just clear this one up. If you're just joining now, we're just predicting the scores of my players for this upcoming game week. Okay, so starting off now, the line is in the chat. Very difficult. Over the 2 games, he's not going to start both. We know that. He's going to come off the bench, I'd imagine. But is he going to get enough minutes to get the goals? You know, it could be 2 points. It could be 12 points. We don't know. Amanda saying 5. Seb saying 2. Jamie T saying 4. Matthew saying 3. Gabriel's Rob saying 2. Michael Sven saying 1 point. You know what? 7 points for Garnacho, said Maestro. 7 says Oscar. Gio saying 6. Colm saying 6. Andrew Ferguson saying 3. Dad did 4. Rob saying 7. Right, okay. So looking at that, I think we can say he's going to get around 5 points on average. 5 points from Garnacho over those 2 games. Right, Matoma. Matoma, guys. It's home to Southampton. That juicy fixture at home to Southampton, with Manchester City then laying in wait afterwards for the second game later in the week. Matoma. Let's quickly just hang on. Let me just clear off the. Let's make the line. Let's make the line. But right, so the line is in the chat. 7 points. Andrew Ferguson saying. FPL Seb saying 8 points. Jamie T saying 10. Amanda saying 9. Podcast Short saying 8. 8 over both games. 8, 10, 7. I like the 8s. I think the 8s are kind of winning. We've got a couple of more 9s now. Coming from Maestro and Rob. 2, says Michael Svedin. 2 points. Wow. Luke Moore saying 10. Com 7. 13 from Geo. Okay, so a few double digits there. So let's say, looking at that the average is 9 points from Matoma. Then we've got, so the final 2 players, Callum Wilson. I'll do Isaac in a minute as well. We've got Callum Wilson, guys. Callum Wilson, what do you guys think he's going to get against Leicester? A poor Leicester team. Thank you, Natasha. This is what I'm asking you all to factor in. What if you think he's going to play one game, you just factor it into your point predictions, guys. Callum Wilson at home to Leicester. What are we saying here? We're saying Andrew saying 7, Amanda saying 8, Adrian saying 7, Seb saying 6, Wilson blanks 2, says Jamie. Interesting. Michael Sven says 8, 6, 9, 6, 15 coming in, 13 points. Okay, it's a bit of a mixed bag. People thinking here that he's going to get a haul of up to 15 points, says Rob. I would say that the average, looking at this at the moment, is around the 9 mark. Barry's trying to bring the average down. He's put 6 in. Thank you, Barry. Let's say the average on that then is, well, Gio's brought the average back up with 12. Let's say the average is 9. 9 points for Callum Wilson. And then finally we've got Erling Haaland. Now, captaincy, forget that the captaincy's on him. What do you think he's going to get this upcoming game week? Let's quickly just throw in the line in the sand. We've got majority through the. If you're just joining now the stream, you wonder what's going on. We're just going through my team. We're just predicting what we think each individual player on my team could get. So we're using a collective brain right now, bringing it together. Andrew saying 15 points for Haaland. Amanda saying 16. Adrian Fabian saying 12. 9 points for Natasha. 12 Jamie. 12 Dazid. 9 Oscar. 12 for Matthew. 15. 8 for Michael. Seb saying 15. Barry Shotworth saying 16. Spot all the Harling owners, guys. Gio saying 12. Rob's 18. Oscar 12. Right, podcast shot. Okay, a lot of people there with double-digit hauls. I think the average is going to be around about 13. Looking at it, I think the average is about 13 on there. So let's say Ireland's average is 13 points. Thank you so much, guys. Right, next one. We're going to go Isaac. Isaac, home to Leicester. Is he going to pay back those faithful owners that captained him last night? Is he going to pay them back for holding on to him? Home to Leicester. Isaac, what do you guys think he's going to get? Let's see what you guys think. It'll be very interesting to see here. We've got 7 here from Seb, 5 from Amanda, 4 for Oscar, 5 from Adrian. We've got 14 points from Jamie. He owns him, obviously. We've got Andrew saying 10 points, Barry saying 5 points, Michael saying 2. We've got Matthew saying 5 points, Gio with 6. Oscar with 4, 9, 10. This is an awkward one to average out, really. It's looking at it, I'm just quickly scanning through all of them. We've got a few 9s and 10s. We've got a few 2s to 4s and 5s in there. I think we're looking at what, 7, guys? A 7 average score in the chat there. Right, so 7. Right, cool, brilliant. I do like this collective mindset when it comes to doing things like this. I do put a lot of credence into collective thought, thinking. And according to this, I will be playing Isaac over Gakpo. Oh, that's just ruined everything, isn't it? Let's just bring it back again. Right, according to this, I'd be playing Isaac over Gakpo. You probably think Ben White's going to score more than Garnacho is on, aren't you? De Gea points are missing. All right, okay. But I already did De Gea in. Okay, De Gea, guys. What do you think De Gea is going to get over the 2 games, Bournemouth away and Chelsea at home? David De Gea, what do you guys think? Let's put De Gea's points in, shall we? Because I know that you guys want me to do De Gea as well. Amanda says 1 point. Do you mean that? Is that for De Gea or is that for someone else? Michael Sven saying 8 points. Seb saying 8. 7 from Dazid. 8 from Matthew Aziashi. Andrew Fergus says 8 points. 14 from Adrian. Or Adrian. Amanda Dillon says 9 points. Liam saying 8. Rob saying 12. Oscar with 12. De Gea 9. Okay. So we're looking at a good around about, I think on average here, we've got 9. I think 9 is probably going to be the average here. I think 9 is the average from David De Gea. Right, 9 points. Okay, Ben White. Let's just finish it up. Ben White, very quickly. Mings ain't going to play, so it doesn't matter. I think he's going to get. I think he'll get 5 points. I think 5 points. See what you guys think. Ben White, just as an option. 2, 1, 4, 2. The first 10. That's all I need. 2, 1, 4, 2, 6. White. Right. Okay. 2. So 3 is probably the average at the moment. 2 points. Okay. Right. 2 points for White. Wow. Okay. 5 assist. Wow. Yeah, hit the like button if you haven't already. I think the average is probably 2 points here for in the chat. Oh, maybe 3. Okay, so judging on the collective mindset of the group, the players I should be looking to transfer out, if I was to bring in Fernandes, are the likes of Gakpo, maybe De Bruyne, Garnacho is another issue. So really, that's interesting. Obviously, John Stones as well. So yeah, these are the players I thought. John Stones, Gakpo, Garnacho. John Stones, Gakpo, Garnacho, De Bruyne. Takes me back to what I was gonna do, doesn't it? It takes me back to the transfers that I had thought of, which was De Bruyne out for Gundogan or Mahrez, Garnacho out for Bruno Fernandes, and then Isaac out for Martial. Well, it would actually. I think Isaac to Martial probably doesn't need to be done, to be fair. Okay, that's really interesting, guys. Let's just screenshot this because I like this. This is good. This is good content. Good content, guys. Good content. We're using your brain power. This is all on you now. So if I don't overtake Steve-O, I can blame it on you guys. Right, so this is the... If you guys are sabotaging... Or you guys may be sabotaging my team by influencing me. You never know. Right, so this is the team that you got... Right, so if we just clear that off. And then we... Take that off. Right. So this is what you guys are thinking. We go into the transfers. So... Obviously, De Gea is a no-brainer. Trippier with 5 points is not great, but when we've got issues with John Stones. So let's just take John Stones out for a moment, shall we? Let's take out Garnacho, Stones, and Gakpo. Let's bring in Bruno Fernandes. That's 9.5. It gives us 8.1. It doesn't give us a lot to play with. You guys were mentioning Luke Shaw, weren't you? Steve-O is probably quietly watching the stream. Yeah, 100%. Hello, Harry. Anfield, though, I'd stick with Gakpo. I mean... De Bruyne out. Keep Gakpo. Luke Short 5.2 takes me to 7.4, which is the perfect price for, guys, the perfect price left for Mahrez. It's almost written in stars. 12-point hit there, guys. Also, I'd have to drop one of Isaac or Mitoma. Do we think Mahrez? I think Mahrez might play good minutes. You know, I think Mahrez is due for a haul, isn't he? He didn't. He played 90 against Everton. Though he played 90 against Everton. Nice. He's due a haul, isn't he, Mahrez? A big haul. He got one against Leeds. Or maybe Gundogan. Is Gundogan? Who's more safer? Who's more safer, Gundogan or Mahrez? Would you say, chat? Steve-O is watching. He's lurking in the distance. Well. Please stay on 9. I can't, mate. I can't stay until 9. I really can't. But if you want to go back and listen to the beginning of the show, you can. Now Steve-O's here. It's kind of like, you know, I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to keep my team the way it is. I'm not doing anything, Steve-O. At this point, hits are worth the punt. But the thing, yeah, I mean, if I do this move, if I was to do these moves, which are Stones out, Shaw in. Stones out, Shaw in, I think for a -4 is a net positive. De Bruyne out for Mahrez in is a sideways move that could definitely 100% backfire on me. Garnacho out for Bruno Fernandes in over a 4-point hit is a very, very sensible move. You've got a player that's going to play 180 minutes versus a player that's going to play, 20 minutes? You've got a player that's, that's going to be on penalties, set pieces, corners. He's got the likelihood of scoring and assisting, a higher likelihood of scoring and assisting. I mean, it's a 12-point hit, though. It's a 12. But the thing is, if Steve-O does his 4-point hit, then it's only an 8-point hit, right? It's only it's a concern, Steve-O. It's just a concern over his fitness. He had a bit of a knock, but I don't expect him to miss the game. I went Gundogan due to his consistency and time play. Thing is, Gundogan, are you getting him in after his like flare? Like he's flared up. He's got 2 goals in 2 games now. Have we missed Gundogan's hauls, or is he going to continue his form? People saying Gundogan Mahrez gets dropped as soon as we all bring him in. Says, well, that's true. That's also true. Gundogan, but I got Grealish, says Gio. Mahrez and Alvarez for me. Gundogan. Okay, people are saying Mahrez. It's a bit 50-50, to be honest. Bit 50-50 in the chat whether to choose Mahrez or to choose Gundogan. Interesting. Steve, I really liked your accent on your video earlier on, by the way. I watched it, I laughed my head off. Really enjoying the camera quality from the car as well. Gundogan focused on the focus is on the Champions League final, but that's not for a while yet, is it? It's for a while, so I'm not afraid of hits. Not afraid of hits at all. Absolutely not afraid of hits. I am not afraid of hits. I don't mind playing hits. I will take hits where hits will take me, to be honest. So Stones out. You guys predicted John Stones to get 4 points. Okay, next Next thing I'm going to get you guys to do is I'm going to write down what you guys think each player I'm thinking of bringing in. Luke Shaw, right? Starting off now. What do you guys think Luke Shaw's going to get over the next, over the coming games? So, write in the chat what you think he's going to get against Bournemouth and Chelsea. Luke Shaw, Bournemouth and Chelsea. You've got 30 seconds starting from now. Everybody, let's do this. In the chat, what do you guys think Luke Shaw's going to get over the 2 games? Jamie T saying 10 points. Michael Svedden saying 10 points. Chris Tinton saying 8 points. Matthew saying 8 points. 9 points from Amanda. Steve-O's saying he's put something in the team screenshots. I'm seriously considering. All right, okay. Relic returns with 9 points. We'll come to that in a moment, Steve-O. Rob Jones 13, 10 for sure. Says Ali. Tezza saying 10, 12 from Dazid. Colm saying 8. Podcast Shorts was 6. Gio saying 10. Adrian saying 14 to 16 points. Well, the majority of people going with double digits here. I'm thinking the average is 12 points from Luke Shaw, judging from what you guys are saying. So you guys are thinking Luke Shaw is going to get an average of 12 points. 12 points is pretty damn good. Right, so next up, Mahrez. Right, that's it. Your 30 seconds is up. Next up, Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez. You know, if I was to bring him in, Mahrez, what do you guys think over the 2 games Mahrez can get? Bear in mind, it's Kevin De Bruyne was the one I took out. You guys said that you thought KDB was going to get 7 points. Mahrez, is he going to outscore? He has to outscore KDB to make it worth taking him out. Let's see if you guys and your collective logic and brain power can get me through this game week. Right, here we go. We've got Tezza saying 9 points. Jamie T 13. Matthew saying 12 points. They're all scamming you saying Stewie. Probably. I'm not hitting the button just yet. Ali saying 14. 13 from Relic Returns. Colm saying 6. 8. Michael Svedden. 8. 6. 16 says Andrew. 15 says Amanda. Harry saying 1 to 25. Cheers, Harry. Appreciate it. That's very helpful, mate. 5, 8. Right, okay. Looking at that, we're looking at, say, 8. I say probably 9. 8 or 9 points is probably average. We'll give him 9. 9 points for Mahrez. Oh, you only think he's going to get 2 more? Okay. Okay. Question then. Gundogan, do you think he's going to get more? Right, just write more or less in the chat. More if you think Gundogan's going to outscore Mahrez over the next 2 games. Or less if you think that Gundogan's going to get less points. Just more or less. Just type in the chat. I love the interaction here. This is great interaction. See? This is not just me going, this is what I'm doing in my team. You should follow me. No, this is you telling me what you think, and you're going to help influence my team. Right, less. Okay. Cool. Okay. I like it. Bruno Fernandes, then last question. Final question. Bruno Fernandes over the next 2 games against Bournemouth and we know Chelsea. Bruno Fernandes could be my captain. Who knows? Could be my captain going into tomorrow. Obviously the game week, next game week. What do you guys think? Let's have a look. We've got Tezza saying 9 points. Bruno Fernandes, 9 points. Matthew saying 10. Jamie saying 20 points. 15 points from Ali Mack. 10 points from Chris. Thank you, Chris. 11 points from Dazid. 12 points from Michael Svedin. Amanda Hugginkish, 14. Seb saying 12. Bruno, 15. 30 points, says Rob. Bringing the average up. Stewie saying 12. They're all scamming me, Stewie. 12 points from Colm, 13. Right, okay. So about sort of like, I would say 11. I mean, I can't use that 30. I mean, that 30 takes the average right up. So I'd say that 12, 11, 12 points. I think 12 points you guys are saying. 12 points. Like, on average, what you guys are saying. 12 points. And you said Ireland's going to get 13. Interested. This does help. It helps put things into perspective. It really does help put things into perspective. Because if I look at the previous team, and lay it next to that one, then it's quite clear, isn't it? It's quite clear that according to you guys, it's going to pay off. According to you guys, the minus 12 will pay off. Man City is a scam, not Bruno, best captaincy pick. I mean, you guys are saying, as a collective, that minus 12 will pay off. I hope you guys realise that. Right, in the meantime, whilst we ponder what you guys have just put me through over the last few minutes, that has really helped. Really helped. Thank you so much, everybody that's taken part in that. That's helped me decide. Right, let's quickly have a look here. So Steve-O's posted something in the team screenshots channel. So Steve-O is just posted in the team screenshots channel. Let's put it up on here. Right, so this is what he's posted. So he's posted, right, okay. What are you going to do with Dalot, though? How much would you have? You've got, who would you replace Dalot with? Reyes Steele, Gabriel Shaw, Trippier, Estepinian, Mitoma, Mahrez. Oh wow, Mahrez, De Bruyne, Rashford, Fernandes, Greenwood, Haaland, Isaac. Man City is a. Would you be? I assume you'd be captaining Fernandes if you were bringing him in. Is that right? Haaland was a miss at Real Madrid too. Bang this game week. As the Emperor says, do it. Says animations. More template though. Who is the one player you don't have that's going to hurt minus Fernandes? The same, Ali. That's the one player I am worried about not owning right this game week. Bruno Fernandes. So just to remind everybody, if you're just joining the channel right now, so Steve, I want you to clarify a few things on that. You've got Dalot not replaced by anyone, so I can't really understand what your thought process is. Who's Dalot going to be replaced with? And are you going to captain Bruno Fernandes, assuming you go by the whole... If you could take a -4 to bring in a premium player, you got to captain him. So you've taken out Salah, which is interesting. You kept De Bruyne. What made you keep De Bruyne? Like what is in your head that you think De Bruyne is gonna play enough minutes to outscore Salah? I think Salah's gonna outscore De Bruyne personally. So my team, if you don't know, is this currently. Garnacho is a massive punt, like a massive punt. He's probably gonna get me 2 points. You know, yeah. In all likelihood, you guys said that he's gonna get me 5 points collectively. He's gonna get me 2 to 5 points if I'm lucky. So Garnacho for me is a bit of a stinker, really. Try a Palace defender, says Chris. What are we on about now? If you do it, how does it make you going into game week 38? How does it make you feel? I mean, I take the point hits. I take the point hits on the chin, don't I, on the Saturday evening? But I mean, if I was to bring in Mahrez, he's a rotation risk. I'm bringing in Mahrez as a rotation risk. I'm comfortable with Bruno Fernandes because I think, you know, Fernandes is fine. He's pretty solid. He's going to play. So really, it all boils down to, I mean, Luke Shaw. I mean, the final game week, Man United have got Fulham at home, so I would expect United to do well at home. They've done well at home all pretty much all season, to be fair. Wilson out for Alvarez -4. Wilson may get 70 and Alvarez may get 70 over 2 games. I don't think it's worth doing Wilson out for Alvarez for -4. Wilson's not one that you want to get out right now for Alvarez. Alvarez is a rotation risk. I mean, all Man City, you've got to look at Man City as a big rotation risk. Like, final question I'm going to ask you now. Final question I'm going to ask you now. I'm going to start a poll in the chat. Do you like Jason's team as it is with Haaland captain or Bruno in team? -8. Okay. Bruno, Shaw, and Mahrez. Okay, cool. Here we go. Question for you guys now. Collective spirit, collective energy in the chat. Who do you like Jason's team as it is with Haaland captain, which is on the screen right now? Or do you like the team more with Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw, and Mahrez instead of John Stones, Garnacho, and De Bruyne? So that is a trade-off. -12 to do it though, mind. But according to you all, according to the collective people that participated in the individual the ratings that you guys put in, you suggested that -12 would pay off. You suggested it would pay off. Now, do you put your money where your mouth is and vote accordingly? Right now, we've got 89% of people saying Bruno Shaw Mahrez trio coming in does indeed bolster that team. And I tell you now, that's quite a convincing amount of people. We've only got 19 people that have voted. So if you haven't already voted, hit that vote button, guys. We've got 61 people tuning in. Just take a few seconds out of your time to just stop hoovering, stop washing up, just stop listening to the wife nagging you, and just quickly hit that vote button, okay? And let's see if we can get at least 25, 30 people voting on that, because it is going to play into my decision making. I promise you, you guys are gonna factor into my decision making this next 10 hours or so. 12 hours. No, it's not. How many hours is it? 12, 15 hours. Relic Return says, I'd keep Garnacho. Really? It's a bit of it is a punt. It's a big differential. It is a big differential. But you've got to see the reasoning for taking him out. I have to take him out because of Luke Shaw and Fernandes. I've got De Gea already, so I can't have 4 Man United players. So it has to be. Matoma is likely to be benched against Southampton. He's looked so tired, says FH. Another consideration, mate. I mean, there's a list of considerations. Absolute list of them. Mahrez could play both. He could do. More Wilson. Rank damage. Loading, says Shakalaka Mekaleka, 32-month member. Thank you so much, Shakalaka Mekaleka. You are awesome for your support that you give to myself, Steve-O, in the channel. Wilson out for Alvarez, -4. No, I've already answered that one. Steve-O's face when Wilson assists was amazing, Jace. It was comedy value. I mean, it came out of nowhere, didn't it? Absolutely out of nowhere. Brighton just crumbled. I'd keep. Hi, Gary, mate. I'm about to finish up now. My wife just messaged me. I'm going to finish up, guys. I tell you what. I'm really looking forward to the stream tomorrow. Join us tomorrow morning. We're going to be doing the deadline stream. You'll find out for definite what's happened in our teams. I'm going to think about this for hours. Thank you so much, guys. We've got 82% of people. We've got 38 people. Thank you ever so much, guys, for voting on that poll. I really appreciate it. We're going to end it now. 38 votes. 82% of people say I should be bringing in Shaw, Fernandes, and Mahrez. Guys, you have played a part in my decision making. I cannot stress it enough. Thank you, and look after yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow morning, all right? I'll see you tomorrow morning. Worth getting Bruno for Rashford for a hit. Getting in Bruno for Rashford. I'd have both, mate, if I could. If I already have Rashford in, I wouldn't get him out. If I had Rashford in my team now, I'd keep him in. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow morning, and tomorrow is going to be very funny, very entertaining.